The Marketplace is now live in more than 70 countries. More than 800 million people around the world use it monthly, including more than 1 in 3 people on Facebook in the US. So this is starting to be a pretty big deal. And it's helping people earn more income and connect in a new way. All right, so this is Facebook. We are focused on helping people build relationships with friends and family, with groups, and meeting and interacting with new people. Now let's talk about Instagram. So our focus here is helping people capture any moment they want and come together around shared interests. Some of the best stories that we hear are around ad hoc communities that spring up on Instagram. More than 200 million people use Explore on Instagram every day. Since we launched hashtag following in just last December, more than 100 million people now follow hashtags. So we want to make it even easier to find the communities for the things that you're interested in. So we're launching a completely new design for Explore that is going to organize the content around topic channels now. So now your Explorer is going to be even more focused on the things you're interested in. We're also focused on new ways that people are going to be able to use Instagram to communicate and build stronger relationships. So it turns out that a lot of people are using live video, basically just to hang out when you can't be physically together. But it's amazing how much of all of our use of these social tools is just to get as close to feeling like we're there with someone when we can't physically be there. So today, to make this easier, we're announcing video chat and Instagram. You're going to be able to just tap on a new camera icon right in the top of any direct thread that you have, and you're going to be able to video chat one-on-one or with groups. You're going to be able to minimize the video while you're chatting and using Instagram. And I think that this is going to be a really big deal, and people are really going to like this. We are also building more creative ways for people to share on Instagram. Last year at F8, we announced the AR camera effects platform, and today we are bringing it to Instagram. So now anyone is going to be able to build face filters and effects, and when you go to your camera, you're going to be able to see effects that are relevant to you and from the accounts that you follow. And if you're browsing stories and you see a cool effect, you'll always be able to try it on. So we're excited to get this in people's hands soon. All right. Now let's talk about WhatsApp. So here, our focus is on building new ways for people to connect privately with close friends and groups and businesses. Now, before we dive in here, I just want to say, yesterday, Jan Koum, the founder of WhatsApp, announced that he is leaving us and moving on. And I just want to take a moment to thank Jan, because Jan has done an amazing job building WhatsApp. He has been a tireless advocate for privacy and encryption. A lot of you probably don't know this or remember this, but when WhatsApp joined us in 2014, we actually hadn't rolled out full end-to-end encryption yet. Jan and I talked about how to do this together, and one of the things that I'm most proud of is that we have built the largest fully encrypted communication network in the world, and this would not have happened without Jan, and I'm deeply grateful for the work that he has done. So please join me in thanking him. All right, now video calling is also one of the most popular features on WhatsApp already. When I'm traveling and I can't be there to put my girls to bed at night, it's really nice to just be able to see their face and talk to them. And a lot of people agree. Right? Around the world, people are already making more than 2 billion minutes of voice and video calls on WhatsApp alone. And today, we're announcing that we're bringing group video calling to WhatsApp soon, too. All right, I want to talk about stories for a minute. So across our whole family, we've really gone all in on stories as a format for being able to quickly share video and photos throughout your day. And in each of the apps that we've launched it's evolved to be somewhat different, but it's grown quickly. Instagram was the first to really take off here. Facebook started a lot slower, but is now starting to grow quickly too and do well. But WhatsApp has been by far the biggest of these products. More than 450 million people use WhatsApp status every day, and it's growing really quickly. So The next phase for WhatsApp, beyond just communicating with your friends and family, is going to be helping people connect with businesses as well. And today, a lot of people don't want to call businesses, or you just want to be able to text. That's a really big shift in how we all communicate, and I think that's just going to be a really big deal here. So earlier this year, we launched WhatsApp Business to let small businesses create a presence on WhatsApp and give them some tools for messaging. And already in just a few short months, more than 3 million people are already using WhatsApp Business, and it's growing really quickly. So now, the next step is going to be giving large businesses tools to be on WhatsApp too, and we're working on this now. For Messenger, we are focused on building richer ways for people to connect privately with their friends and family and businesses too. When you're messaging, you really want a simple and fast experience. So we're taking this moment to completely redesign Messenger to focus on these ideas. And here's what the new Messenger is going to look like. It's clean, it's going to be fast, and David is going to come and talk about this in a bit more detail in just a little bit. Now, I mentioned earlier that we are bringing the AR camera effects platform to Instagram. And we're also bringing this to the Messenger platform as well. It's going to be a really fun way for people to use augmented reality to connect with their family and friends privately and in real time. I don't know about you guys, but my daughters, when I call them when I'm traveling, they love these effects. Right? Priscilla will be there, and Max will just be like, "Oh, look, Mama, Dad has a bunny." Or an ogre. All right, we're seeing good momentum for Messenger Business too, with more than 300,000 bots and businesses now using these tools, and people are sending more than 8 billion messages between businesses and people every month. All right, so that's Messenger. All right, so now let's go beyond our apps for a minute and talk about virtual reality and the future. So our goal here is to create this real feeling of presence, right? Like you're right there with someone, even if they're halfway around the world. And this idea of being physically or feeling like you're there with someone, even when you can't physically be there, is something we've talked about a lot today with video chat. But over the long term, virtual reality and eventually augmented reality are going to take this to a completely different level, where it's not just going to be about being able to see someone's face on a small screen. You're going to actually be able to feel like you're there with someone. So here's an example of how compelling I think that this is going to be. Now, if you have some photos from your childhood home, we can now use computer vision to fill in the gaps with this pointillism effect and recreate the rooms of your childhood home where you grew up. So you're going to be able to go into VR with your family and visit and feel like you were right there. It feels like you were in a dream. It is wild. So this work of mapping out immersive spaces is just another important step on the path to creating this real feeling of presence. Now, in addition to software, we're all building hardware. So we've been preparing Oculus Go for launch, and the big news I have to share today is Oculus Go is shipping today. It starts at $199. It is the first really affordable standalone virtual reality headset. It's launching with more than 1,000 apps, and it has the highest quality lenses and optics that we have ever built into a VR device. Oculus Go is going to be, it's the easiest way to get into VR, and we think that this is going to be how a lot of people experience virtual reality and virtual presence for the first time. And to make sure that all of you get to experience this too, everyone at F8 is getting a free Oculus Go to take home. we're excited about that too. All right. All right. So this is how we are thinking about our responsibility. To keep people safe and also to keep building. We're here to build things that bring people together and to put people in our relationships at the center of our experience with technology where they belong. Because for all the challenges that we face today, the vast majority of what happens on these services is people getting closer to the people they care about, even when time or distance get in the way. And we can help more people do this. Whether it's reaching out to a friend that you lost touch with, or finding a group to belong to, or just sending a video to your sister of your kids. And the best part of what you do isn't on Facebook. It's the relationships you build and what you can go do together. That is what this is all about. So if you believe, like I do, that giving people a voice is important, that building relationships is important, that creating a sense of community is important, and that doing the hard work of trying to bring the world closer together is important, then I say this: we will keep building. We need to keep this idea alive, and that is what we are all here at F8 to do together. So yes, this is an important moment. We need to do more to keep people safe, and we will. But we also need to keep building and bringing the world closer together. Thank you for coming out today. Thank you for everything you're doing to bring people together. Have a great F8.